hood. She like, he's so good to me. The sun gon' rise, the earth gon' spin. Toby gon' kill this beat, a chef gon' cook. You still don't get no looks.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on their in-state rivals, the Houston Texans.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
And we are underway from Houston. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
First carry for Nick Chubb. Up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5.
He put burst there and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Second and 4.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Stroud out of the gun here. Oh, that is incomplete.
Well, you got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Stroud looking to throw. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
The Texans.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll get this out past the 45 and the 47. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 80 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Cowboys.
Prescott to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. Brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Prescott to throw this time. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw is Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That tackle behind the line made by Will Anderson.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's Prescott. And this is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Prescott. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it, looking at a 4th down and 2. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to pump the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And way up past the 35 before it's taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A shotgun snap to Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by the rookie. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
4th down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
8 yards on the pickup.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Prescott. Forced out to his left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Prescott able to use those legs of his to pick up the first.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here we go now on first and goal. Slant caught. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal.
To C.D. Lamb. A 6-yard pickup. Brings up second and goal.
Williams. And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The ball mere inches from the white line on third and goal. Williams is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
Touchdown, Dallas.
So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing now is Stroud. Sliding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now right away, he'll look to throw. And this one quickly to Lamb. That's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Throwing, Prescott, dancing to his left. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Prescott now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try to chip someone at the 2nd level.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And it'll be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over here up near the 40. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they got it 1st and 10. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Here's Prescott. is man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
And the Cowboy first down.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Prescott. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Texans are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
That's good.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down.
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Stroud. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Force the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Schultz hauls in the quick throw. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line.
That's another Houston Texans. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Again, it's Stroud. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
Intended for Nick Chubb.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all of their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
Now Prescott going to change the play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And now an audible here into something else. Now Prescott. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ballgame just about over.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
But you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.
Handsome Lagosian, name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto Vanessa, swoon baby girl I wear out of the stretcher. She be like, you a part-timer, I'm an all-timer. You a viral artist, I will offline you. Stay far from y'all criers, bar for bar sire. Team full of stars and